Hello again, and welcome to another of my 00 gauge model railway videos. I'm not going to say warts and all this time because I've downloaded an editing suite. The system is Filmora 9, and all I've done at the moment is downloaded the free version because I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to get to grips with it. I've got the basics, I think, but as you can, anyone that operates these sort of things will know they're not the easiest. It takes a lot of practice to get everything up and running properly. But I think I had a friend who's sort of pretty clued up on it. He came in and sort of tried to point me in the right direction. So I can now get the films, the files out of the folders and bring them down into this. And I can sort of do basic editing and get titles, transitions, and different little bits and bobs there. So I'm hoping practice and practice and practice will pay dividends in the end, and there won't be no more of these bodgy amateur videos I've been putting up of late. So I do thank you all for sticking with us anyway, or those that have stuck with it. And so hopefully now from here on in they're going to improve slightly. It's obviously going to take a little while to get used to the system, but hopefully it's going to be better than they've been in the past. Especially that last one I did, that went in on vertical mode, so oh goodness. But anyway, as I said, I'm still trying to get to grips with this, and I say you have to apologise for the line that's going to go across this video because that's obviously there because I haven't actually done a purchase of it yet. This is the free version. But as I said, I just wanted to make sure it's going to suit my needs before purchase. So, but hopefully that line will be erased on the next video. But that's it. It seems to be quite well, I suppose, as good as any of the others anyway. How far do you go with these sort of things? But someone recommended that one, and that's the one I've gone for. So that's obviously with all that's been going on with the editing and the train sim still taking a lot of my time. I haven't really had a lot of chance to do a lot on there, but I have got it all prepared, ready to put the plaster bandages down to form the scenic side of it on this bit here. So that's been masked off ready. That'll all obviously, all that back part there, the wall, road, all the bit, that's a sort of a separate thing that will move completely away from it. So that'll all be moved so I can, I tend to make a little bit of a mess when I'm using this sort of stuff, so I don't want to get it splashed all over me builders, etc. So that's going to hopefully be done today, hopefully. This part here I'm going to make it, rough it up a bit and just put, make it like a field and put some animals, some description in. That's been done. The entrance to the fiddle yard, just a bridge parapet there, a bit of walling just to sort of try and break it up a bit. That needs to be secured, but obviously until I finish this part of the messy work I can't secure that. But that's going to go in on these little white little plugs at the back. Obviously that I explained last week was the lighting unit, various voltages. Obviously I've got loads of buses, figures. I've got to want to put a little zebra crossing with a Belisha beacons on there as well. And I've got that in the back of my mind to do. I showed you the illumination of all the shops, etc. So this is the main board now. This is the one with the most work on it. The other two, as I said, they're still stored upstairs in the airing cupboard. Luckily there's nothing in there now, that tank's well gone, and it's just a storage place now. I've got a new heating system, so there can be no distortion of the boards or whatever, so they're perfectly fine up there. Fiddle yard's in the garage. So this is the board I'm working on at the moment. As I said, that's the bandages I'm going to be using very shortly. Excuse me. And this weekend we've got the Great Central Winter Gala. But normally me and my friend would be line siding. And our favourite, or one of our favourite locations, was the Swivelen sidings. As I say, it all seems to happen around there. So much activity, train movements, etc. But the Great Central, in their wisdom, have now suspended all line side passes, so we're no longer able to do it. So we went out last weekend just to have a look round and see if we can find any sort of decent filming points really, but so they are few and far between, you know. You really need to be line side, but say they won't let us do it anymore. So, but anyway, so we're going to give that a go on Sunday. And so again, this is where the editing suite will come in useful. You know, instead of having loads of little, you know, snips of video, I'll be able to join them all together and hopefully present them in a better manner, you know, than they are at the moment. So, other than that, we're still waiting on the snow to come, but it's gone very mild today. So I don't know if you've had any where you are, but we certainly haven't had any in Leicestershire. We did have a little sprinkling, I think it was on Wednesday, but you know, it was so the roads and you know, it was so wet it didn't come to anything anyway. So, but yeah, it doesn't matter. I can still carry on doing work in here. So anyway, I'll leave it at that for now. So I just thought I'd give you this little update just to say that you know I was a bit ashamed of that last video I put up. It was terrible, you know, putting up in vertical mode. But hopefully all that's a thing of the past now. So as I say, again, thanks for staying with it, and hopefully things will improve. And so take care, happy modelling, and thanks again for watching. Bye.